Well, thank you very much, Dr. Hayden. We've been joined by Senator Wells, who's moved up from his new guy's slot down there. I figure since he has been in Congress as long as I have, he was just over in the other house, and we're pleased that he is here for his first oversight hearing of the Librarian of Congress. So why don't we start with the Visitor Experience Master Plan, which I noted has bipartisan support in Congress. This new exhibit space. We were excited to hear about some of the new projects you mentioned. Can you talk about the goals of the plan, if it's progressing on time? And in your written testimony, you said that the projects in the plan will not impact the historic Great Hall main reading room, nor the library's support of on-site research. What steps is the library taking to ensure that any changes are consistent with historic preservation standards, and are you committed to ensuring that any concerns in this area are fully considered? As you know, when my own husband asked me about the historic circulation desk, he doesn't usually inquire about matters of oversight in the Rules Committee. I felt that I should ask that question. So as you know, he is a big user of the library as a law professor and author. So anyway, mostly just how's the plan going, and talk a little bit about the historic standards.
Well, we continue to be very excited about this project because it will transform the constituents' experience in visiting the library, at the same time respecting and preserving the historic Thomas Jefferson building. And the project has 3 parts. The current gift shop will be converted into an education center. Back of house space that's no longer needed for its original purpose will be converted to an orientation gallery. And both of these spaces are designated by the AOC as renovation zones rather than historic restoration or preservation zones, unlike the Great Hall or the main reading room.
So the orientation space is for that's going to be for groups that are coming in?
Groups,
to first
individuals, there will be a welcome area. You come in. There also will be a gateway from the Capitol Visitor Center.
Okay.
And so, because we receive thousands of visitors coming directly from the Capitol Visitor Center, and we've been seeing them recently with the reopening of the Capitol Visitor Center. So you have groups, individuals that
keep
will
going.
be coming.
Where's the gift shop going? No, not that I'd ever care.
The gift shop.
Just, for the record.
Well, the gift shop will actually be on 2 sides of the Great Hall. And that will be the structures that will be the same. Glass, and we're working with and have worked with the architect of the Capitol. They will sit on the floor of the room. So they're not attached to anything on the walls or anything like that. So the gift shop will move, and where that gift shop is currently will be converted into the education center. And then the third space and this third part is the Treasures Gallery, which uses existing exhibit space. It's directly across from where we put in exhibits that are temporary, like the current exhibit Join In, about voluntary or associations. So the Treasures Gallery, a learning center, and also...
And what's the timetable for all of it?
The timetable. The Treasures Gallery is scheduled to be one of the first of the 3 elements to open in 2024. And exhibit fabrication has begun with the exhibit cases. The gift shop will also open in 2024 on both wings of the first floor of the Great Hall. The youth center is scheduled to open in the fall of 2025, and we have been working very closely with focus groups of young people, including a number of congressional kids and grandkids, and they have been directly involved in this project and very candid about their thoughts, and they have selected the name for the center to be The Source.
That's good.
Resource.
Like
source
it.
for length. Very good. It's targeted for basically ages 7 to 11 in particular. The orientation space is scheduled to open in 2026 in tandem with the celebration of America 250. And that will include Thomas Jefferson's library, a look into the stacks for the visitors who often say, "Where are the books?" when they come into the library. So they will get a chance to see one section of the 836 miles of shelving that the Library of Congress has. And so they'll be talking about that. And new space to tell the story of the Library of Congress. And those are the main components.
Okay, very good. Well, I have some copyright questions that are a little less fun than this, but I will save those and allow my colleagues to go forward.